Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll try to solve IELTS Cambridge-16 Test 1 reading passage 1. It's about why we need to protect polar bear. Here is our question from 1 to 7. It's true, false, not given. To solve true, false, not given, I want to mention here some important technique. 5 important rules helps to solve true, false, not given. First on is we need to read the question and mark the keyword and identify word. Second on is keyword, basically noun or noun phrase, which helps to find out the location where is the answer located, and identify word, basically adjective or adjective phrase or noun phrase, which helps to make decision what is our right answer. Third one, if answer is true, then question agree with the passage. They can use synonym or paraphrase in this question or passage. We need to understand the main idea of this passage and question. Then we can decide it is true. If the question is false, the time the question contrasts with the passage, they can use our opposite word. Our main idea is different from the passage, then we can decide it is false. In the not given, main word such as noun or adjective or noun phrase, our main idea is missing from the passage, then we can decide it is a not given. So let's get start. In question number 1, polar bear is a keyword, suffer from various health problem. It is our identifier word due to build up of fat under their skin. Fat and under their skin is our keyword. Question number 2. The study done by Liu and his colleague. Liu and his colleague is our keyword. Compare different group of polar bear. They compare is our identify word, different group of polar bear. Question number 3. Liu and colleague were the first researcher is our keyword to compare polar bear and brown bear. Polar bear and brown bear genetically. It's our keyword. Question number 4. Polar bear are able to control their level of bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol is our keyword by genetic mean. Here's the control. They can control or not. They can control bad cholesterol is the main idea of this question. Question number 5. Female polar bear is our keyword are able to survive for 6 months. 6 months is our keyword without food. Without food is our identify word. Question number 6. It was found that the bone of female polar bear are very weak when they are come out of their den in spring. Hair, bone, and female polar bear, den, and spring are keyword, and very weak is our identify word. Question number 7. The polar bear mechanism. Here, polar bear mechanism is the keyword for increasing bone density could also be used by people on day. The main idea of this question, this says polar bear mechanism helps for human being on day. We take question number 1 and question number 2. Help fat and under skin, Liu and his colleague. It's our keyword. At first, we'll find the keyword, where it is located. We'll find fat under skin and Liu and their colleague. Polar bear. Yes, we find polar bear here. Keyword is climate change, far-reaching consequence. Criteria, temperature. Here we find fat and under skin. Yes, human comparative deposit. Consider polar bear. In second paragraph, we find Liu and their colleague. So now we read this question. One reason for this is that they have up to 11 centimeter of fat under their skin. Yes, they contain 11 centimeter fat. under skin. That's polar bear content. Human with comparative level is disposed tissue would be considered obese and would be likely to suffer from diabetes or heart disease. Yet polar bear experience no such consequence. The main idea from here to here we can guess this: polar bear have no dangerous, no harmful effect of this kind of fat. If human contain this kind of fat, that can they suffer from diabetes or heart disease. This is the harmful for human but not for polar bear. Passages is a health problem. Polar bear do not have any kind of health problem. It health problem caused for human. So we can it's contrast with this passage. So we can decide it's a false. In question number 2 said, study done by Liu and his colleague compare different group of polar bear. As we find Liu and here we find Liu and colleague shed light on mystery. They compare the genetic structure of polar bear with that of their closest relative from warmer climate, the brown bear. They compare between polar bear and their close relative warmer climate brown bear. That means they compare polar bear and their close relative brown bear. The study done by colleague compare different group of polar bear has a different identified. There is no anything different. They just compare between two bear. One is polar bear and brown bear. So it is also contrast with this passage. So it also be true. Question number 3. Liu and colleague were the first researcher to compare polar bear and brown bear genetically. Now we find out they can first research. Here says this: Liu and colleague light on this mystery. Genetically, they just compare here this allow to determine gene that allow polar bear survive on the twist environment on the earth. Liu colleague found polar bear had a gene known as APOB, which reduced level of low density lipoprotein form of bad cholesterol. So there is no information about fast research to compare polar bear and brown bear, so it is not given. Polar bear are able to control their level of bad cholesterol genetically means. Yes, we find here the answer now 4. Liu and their colleague found the polar bear had a gene known as APOB, which reduce level of low density lipoprotein LDS, a form of bad cholesterol. They can reduce, so they can, that means they control it. Here says they're able to control, as they can reduce, they control and reduce bad cholesterol, so it is our identify word, so it is a true. Female polar bear, we have to find out female polar bear and 6 month. Start from here, polar bear. So another condition: bone, reduce density. Yes, we find here female polar bear. Yes, we find out here female polar bear, however, undergo extreme condition during every pregnancy. Once autumn come around, the female will dig a maternity den in the snow and will remain there throughout the winter. That means they live in den throughout the winter, both before and after birth of their cub. This process results in about 6 months of fasting. They have to fasting 6 months in their before birth or after birth, where the female bear have keep themselves and their cub alive. depleting their own calcium and calories reserve. Despite this, their bone remain strong and dense. Question 5 says, polar bears are able to survive for 6 months without food. Yes, it's true because they survive without food. Question number 6 said, it was found that bone of female bear are very weak, but Passage says their bone are very strong when they come out uh, with their dens in spring. From here to here we can get two answers. Dens, no, they can survive. Here says despite their bone remain strong because their own calcium and calories reserve. So it is a not become weak, they become stronger, so it is a false. Question number 7. Polar bear's mechanism which used by welfare of human. Mechanism of polar bear. Yes, we find a mechanism of bone remodeling of polar bear can be understood. May bedridden human, bedridden human, and even astronaut could potentially benefit. Yes, here find the mechanism. The mechanism of bone remodeling polar bear could be understood, maybe bedridden human and even astronaut or potential benefit. Yet is what the question says, the polar bear's mechanism of increasing bone could be also be used people's on day. Yes, they can use in bedridden human and astronaut. This is the welfare of human being, so it is a true.